Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two of the most prolific offenses in the NFL will be on display in today's game. Both teams rank in the top 10 in total yards. The Raiders are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Chiefs, who will have to try and slow them down. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
10 yards still left on second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green. Gone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
All right, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Shift together here from the D-line. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here we go. We got three.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looking to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And a look at the defense now. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down. They come up at an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They'll set up a throw. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go. 4 down, 4 down. 58, right over there.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Second down now after the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders. 35 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, but a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And this one is right through. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Short boot, take it at the 21. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They get 31 yards that time, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Set. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We should be in for some fun football today as a very good offense will be on the field. The Raiders are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Chiefs, who will have to try and slow them down. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Let's go! White now! White 90!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He won't go down. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider. touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. There he goes right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. So now it's first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make it 13-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let this one go. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Oakland. 44 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's complete right around the 8. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Defense showing blitz. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out come the Chiefs now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second down following the run. They'll drop the throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. Looking to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has a slide.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards remaining here on second down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or Keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the less of him puts him down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep him.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 85 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. 2nd and 5. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Come on, let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll set up a throw, and he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And that close. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taking on the midfield logo. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ohio. He's checking Ohio.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
He'll drop to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. Back to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And quickly they get to the line. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They're set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
And they'll go on the ground. Stays on his feet. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 7 yards to go on second down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the...
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go.
To his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this into enemy. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And to give this time to the tailback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?